Oh! Well, I want to thank everybody. This is a fantastic state. This is a great, great state. You know, we won New Hampshire 3 times now. Three. We win it every time. We win the primary. We win the generals. We've won it, and it's a very, very special place to me.
It was another record-breaking blowout. President Trump has all but secured the Republican nomination and is poised to absolutely crush Biden in November. I'm going to show you exactly how. We've also got yet another blue seat flipping red in a special election last night. You're going to love that. And we got a huge lesson coming out of last night's primary, and it's one that's going to be absolutely key for us in 2024. Greetings, everyone. It's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. It was a historic victory. It was actually record-breaking. You may have seen this. Trump officially surpassed his record for the most votes ever received in the New Hampshire Republican primary, which he set back in 2020. Trump is the only candidate who won New Hampshire 3 times in a row. And this is the first time any candidate has won the first 2 primary states, Iowa and New Hampshire, back-to-back since 1976. And we've never once had a candidate who won both Iowa and New Hampshire who did not go on to win the nomination. So Trump's got this, and deservedly so. It was an absolute blowout. According to the AP, Trump won with demographics all across the board. Rich Barris was crunching these numbers last night in his live stream. Trump won among men. He won among women. In terms of demographics, this is amazing. Trump won among 18 to 29-year-olds, 58 to 35. Trump is crushing it with the Gen Zers. He won the under 30 vote, 58 to 35. He won 30 to 44-year-olds, 51 to 39. He won 45 to 64-year-olds, which is the largest demographic. He won them 54 to 39. And he won the 65-plus voters 56 to 40. So Trump crushed it in every single age demographic, but most particularly the under 30 vote, which is suggestive of a political dominance for the MAGA movement for the next generation. Now, gang, check this out. Among non-whites, you ready for this? The non-white vote, Trump beat Hillary Haley 56 to 33. He beat her by over 20 points among non-whites. Again, that's exactly what we've been seeing in terms of the polling trends. Non-whites, particularly non-white working class voters, are becoming staunch MAGA voters. It's actually a bigger margin than with whites. Whites voted Trump 55 to 39. I mean, it's stunning. In urban areas, metro areas, Trump beat Haley 52 to 35. He won the suburbs 50 to 44, and he won rural areas 57 to 37. Now, there's a huge lesson in all of this. There's a huge lesson. I want you guys to lean in on this. Again, Rich Barris was talking about this last night. Very helpful. What did the Uniparty try to do last night? What did that pathetic, feckless, rhino New Hampshire Governor Sununu try to do last night with Hillary Haley? What did the Republican and Democrat establishment try to do last night? They collectively tried to beat Trump by flooding the polls with freaking Democrats. In other words, they tried to cheat. Once again, in real time, we saw a uniparty effort to rid the nation of Trump by rigging an election. So there you have it. You don't have to wait for freaking Democrats to cheat. You got your own feckless Republicans doing it in real time. But what happened? What happened last night? That's the lesson for us in 2024. This is huge for us, and I'm going to show you exactly what that lesson is. But first, gang, you may have heard about President Trump issuing a very dire warning about America and the very thing we depend upon to live on, and that's the U.S. dollar. Now, if Trump's warning comes true, this could be, in his words, bigger than losing any war. But if Trump's prediction is right, and you know he's been right about a lot of things, and we do end up losing our status as the world's reserve currency, just imagine how that could impact your retirement savings and your quality of life. So that's why you need to take Trump's warning very seriously and click on that link below right now, or go to turleywarning.com, because there you're going to see what thousands of Americans are doing to help protect their savings before it's too late. Plus, when you click on that link, you'll even see how you can get up to $10,000 in free silver to protect your savings. But don't wait. We may not have long if Trump's prophecy comes true. So hurry up, click on that link, or go to turleywarning.com right now. Now, if there was any doubt in your mind that we are ruled by a gutless, corrupt uniparty, last night should have removed it all. Last night was nothing short of an all-out effort by the political establishment to defeat Trump with a fake electorate. According to exit polls, 70% of Hillary Haley's vote came from non-Republicans. Let that hit you. This was a freaking Republican primary. And 70% of her vote came from non-Republicans. Even CNN caught it. Take a look at this.
Nikki Haley.
And why did you vote for Nikki Haley?
It's a vote against Trump. I think it would be better to have her against Biden in the elections than it would be Trump and her.
Do you consider yourself generally independent, Republican, or Democrat?
Democrat.
So when you undeclared, you voted for Nikki Haley. If it was Nikki Haley against Joe Biden in a general election, who are you voting for?
Joe Biden.
What is...
And it wasn't just CNN. Here's MSNBC cheering it on.
Christian, who did you vote for and why?
Yeah, so thank you. I voted for Nikki Haley, and it was certainly a strategic vote. I think the DNC is fairly resolute in their nomination for Joe Biden. And while I wouldn't vote for her in a general election, particularly on our differences with climate change solution, a woman's right to bodily autonomy, or incarceration rates, I think a vote for Nikki Haley helps diminish Trump's influence in the RNC and their nomination, but is also a vote towards democracy.
And Christian is emblematic of so many conversations that I've had here throughout the day. Rachel?
Now, before I reveal the big lesson, the big takeaway in all of this, think about it. What establishment-driven narrative did all of this blow apart last night? There's been a narrative pushed by establishment neocon rhinos ever since the Mar-a-Lago raid back in August of 2022. You know what it is, right? Why should we all not vote for Trump? Why were we told that Republicans ought not to vote for Trump? Because the Democrats want Trump to be the nominee. That's what we're told over and over again. The Democrats are doing everything they can to make Trump the nominee, right? Because they know they can beat him. They can destroy him in November. He can't win. We heard this ad nauseum over the course of the last year. We had to vote for DeSantis. We had to vote for Nikki Haley because that's precisely what the Democrats don't want us to do. They don't want a DeSantis. They don't want a Haley. They want Trump. What did we see last night? Who did the self-admittedly Democrat voters vote for? It wasn't Trump. It wasn't Trump. Gang, let's be blunt here. Last night reveals that for the last year and a half, we were lied to. We were blatantly, bluntly lied to. DeSantis Republicans, Hillary Haley Republicans, the Rupert Murdoch sellouts of Fox News, they all lied to us. They lied. They knew Democrats were scared to death of Trump. They knew it, but they covered it up. Why? Because they, the Republican establishment, are just as scared as Democrats of another Trump run. They know Trump represents the end of the uniparty, the end of the establishment's power, the end of politics as usual, the end of our ruling elite, the end of the deep state. They are just as scared. Republican rhinos are just as scared shitless of Trump's return to the White House as Democrats are, and so they lied to us. But what's the massive lesson in all of this? It's that despite all of these cheating efforts, all of the rigging, all of the charade, all of the fraud, Donald Trump's base, this newly realigned 2024 political base, overwhelmed the cheat. That's the lesson for 2024. Mass turnout swamps the cheat. Mass turnout trumps the cheat. That's what we saw last night. And it had down-ticket results as Trump was crushing Hillary Haley. Another Democrat seat flipped red yesterday. Republican Michael Murphy won a special election for the New Hampshire State House in Coos County District 6. And this was a district that was previously held by a Democrat, and they voted for Biden plus 12 in 2020. That just flipped red. We're seeing 2024 in real time here, gang. Trump gets out the vote. And if Republican candidates align themselves with Trump, they're going to be the down-ticket beneficiaries of a new political supermajority. If not, they're toast. It's not 1990 anymore. The suburban mom isn't going to come and save you. Wall Street isn't going to come and say, Karl Rove isn't going to save you. Wall Street for freaking is woke. They're all in for the Democrats. Sorry, those days, the neocon Bush days are over. The path forward is the new political realignment between rural and urban America unite around the new nationalist populism of MAGA. As soon as Republicans get that, they're going to win elections in blue districts all across the nation and amass a supermajority for the next generation. Let's hope that they, unlike Hillary Haley, have learned their lesson. As many of you know, we have unfortunately been completely and totally demonetized, which is putting our daily communication with one another at risk like never before. Now, we are actively working on getting this resolved, but as things stand, this channel has, without any warning, been totally and completely demonetized. And as Elon Musk said so powerfully last week, the whole point of these demonetization efforts is to deliberately try to make us patriots feel like we're all alone. They want to sever our relationship with each other and force on us a kind of digital solitary confinement so as to demoralize us and discourage us like never before. But to their horror, it's not working. Over this past week, you have carried this channel like never before. We've had more people than ever make the courageous decision to bypass big tech and join our Insiders Club. We have direct access to one another that can never be interrupted by big tech overlords. Over the last 7 days, we've seen literally thousands of you come to our rescue. And you've done it in two ways. You've signed up for our free newsletter and you've officially joined our Insiders Club. Those two acts alone are enough for us to collectively stand together and never, ever have our relationship severed. So I'm inviting the rest of you to do the same today, just by clicking on that link below and signing up for our newsletter and joining our Insiders Club. You are guaranteeing that there is nothing that big tech can do to get between us and make us feel like we're in a digital solitary confinement. It's as simple as clicking on the link below right now and opting into our free email newsletter. And once you do that, you can financially support us by joining our Insiders Club. Gang, from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you enough for your support during a time like this. You are my heroes, and it will be my mission to express my appreciation for every single one of you each and every week.